I
Like
don't.
it's literally just a piece of
I
paper.
don't care what he says. I don't know who hurt you, but it wasn't me, and I never said that. So I need you to chill.
No, you did say that. I know you
I
said
did.
that.
I did not. I
You
did
did.
not.
You did.
All right. You want to know? Let's play this game. Tell me
Cause
about
then,
some.
cause then, remember you called your mom after.
I did. Yeah.
Because you were like
Because
you
Kim
said
was
the
so
right woman could convince
because
you, but your mom would be very upset about it. And then Kim was like, I don't think so. And you're like, no, I know so. And so Exile, thanks for the $5. $5. He tried seducing me, Lisi, with his speed running taxi. Bro! Fucking, it's all
Exile.
coming out.
Exile. You need to pick a lane. You can't be flirting with me and Sweet Tea at the same time. Make a decision. Also, don't choose me. I'm not interested. Uh, thank you for your $5.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with more local LCU content with your number one host, the most greenest, bluest, most froggiest frog. Schizospud. I wish I had background music to play as I'm actually recording this, but I don't because that's not how things work. So I get to the editing phase. Please enjoy whatever. Well, I've enjoyed the greatness of white noise. So first thing first is sort of the setup to what will happen later on in the stream. Now for the general part of the stream, it was pretty good, but you can tell there was a bit of hint of her wanting out. Now this has been something that was said by Yo Mama. Oh, I would say he's been kind of correct lately about certain events in the LCU. But to be fair, I think that he's correct in the sense that he's just calling out what a lot of people know already, right? It isn't something like, oh, no one knew that was going to happen. It was more along the lines of, this is something that anybody can see as long as they're paying attention to what's happening rather than being blind. And trust me, when we get into the test section of this video, they are probably, they'll probably do a better job than explaining it to me than I would ever will. But you could kind of just tell with this girl, who I keep forgetting her name, even though I watch this stuff all the time. I just don't remember names. I just not the best at remembering names all the time. But you could kind of tell that she's been checked out the last couple of times. And maybe in a weird way, she's been regretting getting on this kind of show, or she's waiting until she's moved on to another show, which may or may not happen based on how Keemstar acts. Let's continue. What happens?
DMs.
I didn't.
You're talking to.
You want to see how many men I've got in my DMs? I'll show you how many men I've got in my DMs. We'll start with Instagram, because that's where everyone wants to go. Okay, requests. Let's see.
Miss Popular.
Oh, I don't want to look at that.
She deleted DMs. Don't believe her.
I'm not gonna delete shit. Look at this. I don't have to. These are all requests. Story replies.
Oh, well, okay. They because they wanted to see you. All right. Well, that's sad. That's not cool. Don't do that, people.
So,
don't do that. That's just why people got to be so rude.
yeah.
CD's. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that.
Exactly, Andrew. Thank you. She's basically saying that she got all these people DMing her and hasn't even looked at a single one, let alone considered responding to one while talking to.
Okay, well, I had a bunch of people try to enter my DMs before you and I started talking to each other. Like, I didn't know you when they started.
Like, you're still entertaining it, and that's the issue, is that you're still entertaining it.
No, I'm not. I haven't had any new person make a pass at me since you and I started talking.
And then when I go up there, you said that you're going to be in some tournament thing. So I'm going to get there and you're going to be gaming.
I'm probably going to move that around, actually.
That's not exactly an incentive. So now you're switching up.
Yeah, I'm moving it for you, actually, yeah.
Crazy. crazy how as soon as I call it out, you change it.
I'm just saying I'm willing to make a sacrifice.
No, yeah. He was dead ass going to ditch me. A sacrifice. Hanging out with me instead of playing video games is a sacrifice.
That's not what I mean. And that's not
But it's what you said.
That's not what I said. I was willing to
That is exactly the words you said.
Oh my god. Why do I say things? You were going to get into town around the time that I would have been about hip deep in the tournament. And if the tournament was going well for me, I would have finished it and we would have left to do our thing. And if it was going bad for me by the time you got here, I would have DNF'd because I just didn't want to spend any more time on it. It's a race. That's all it really is.
No, like, bro, what? So you're pretty much confirming that, like, if things went well for you, you would have made me fucking sit there twiddling my thumbs while you played a fucking game.
I don't want to talk
yes
about
or
this
no?
anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I would have asked you to just give me a few minutes because I would have been like deep into the speed run, like trying to finish the qualifier. And then as soon as the qualifier was done, like phones off, like all communications dead, like just you and me.
So yes.
Why are you so insulted by this?
Because I've never been ditched for video games before, and it's
I'm not
feeling a lot like I'm
ditching
being
you.
ditched for video games.
You're not getting ditched at all.
I don't
That's not
know.
what this is.
Feels a lot like I'm being ditched for video games.
No, the
if that's
qualifier, like you were going to be on your way
No,
here
no.
while the qualifier was taking place.
But it paves the way for, like, future scenarios.
No, it doesn't. No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does, because I'm driving like X amount of hours to go to you, and you're going to take precedent of a video game over me on our first time meeting.
I wouldn't pick a video game actually over you.
No, but like that's what you're saying that you would do. If it was going well, you would pick the video game over
what?
me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you literally said if it was going well, you would continue it out. Like you would finish out the game.
The qualifier, yeah, the one that I had already started while I was waiting for you to arrive. And if I was and if I was doing really bad in the qualifier, I would DNF because it's not worth wasting any more time playing that over.
Yeah, the long one, a lot to take in all at once. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to say it as it is. I feel like she was just acting, she's not being for real, whereas CD-ROM was being genuine. And I feel like this is the problem with some of the girls that I think Kim throws at CD-ROM. Like, I believe with the Beans stuff, because they're already co-workers and, you know, whatever happened with Beans, I think Beans wasn't really serious. Even if she had any real genuine feelings, it wasn't as serious as it was. With this one, I feel like it wasn't serious to begin with. Actually, no. Let me really expand on the Bean things actually a little bit more clearly. I think in some regard, maybe like, alright, well, CD-ROM was a nice guy, maybe not Bean's type, but like, let's see what happened, and things didn't work out, and then she just kind of played into the role, right? She played into the role, and she probably saw it as an easy out of the LCU, first chance she got. Whereas, like, on the other end, I think with this girl, I think she just played the role the whole time. And I'm not saying that in some way she didn't care for CD-ROM feeling, but it wasn't the same way as Beans, because at least with Beans, she got to meet CD-ROM and got to spend time with him during that whole, like, second round of fat camp or fat trip. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to refer to, right? That whole camping week, right? Fat week or camp week, I don't remember. So I feel like in this situation, I feel like it just did not work. It was never really anything genuine, and she was just playing the role. And you can tell that even early on that she was just checked out. She just did not care, and she was just here for a paycheck and as a way to get a show in the LCU. And that's her goal. And I think Yo Mama said it best. And well, she succeeded. And now she's just like, well, how do I end this? Let me use the flimsy excuse, and that was, well, you're going to this tournament. I mean, to be fair, she is driving, but it isn't like people haven't driven to places before or flown over across literal like parts of America or across the world to meet somebody that they were dating, even if it's like an online long distance relationship. It isn't common. So I think to me, this is just like, okay, I don't see CD-ROM, and I know what CD-ROM is coming from. I know where he's coming from when he just, I don't know where he's coming from. I know what he's saying, actually. I understand that to him, he's just like, well, if I'm already like knee deep into this game, I just can't leave, right? And I think if you're just going on a date, you should at least support him. Even if you're not interested in that, you should at least pretend to be supportive. Because that would be beneficial to you at least, right? Like, I feel like she played her cards too early on, and I feel like she just wanted a way out of the date. She didn't take the date serious. Where I think in a hypothetical sense, you can say that Beans would at least have been more likely to go on a date if given the chance, but who knows. Also, she made a comment about like marriage is just a paper. Or whatever. I don't believe that. I think if you're like getting married to the church, it actually has more. If you're somebody of religious background, then marriage actually has a lot more of an important meaning. If you're more of a secular minded person, then yeah, marriage is just a piece of paper. But again, if you're a religious person, it actually holds a lot more deep value, something that you need to hold to. So kind of, if you don't take that into account, then it is what it is.
I've been there, GG, if she's serious right now, good luck with another girl. She thinks her butt that never met you and you're not even together is more important than your months ahead plans.
Yeah, I like, honestly, like, thank you, Bromundo, for the $10, but like, as it is, I'm genuinely like not interested in going on a date with you at this point. Like, I'm not sure if I'm like that's going to change, because regardless of what you say, like what you were originally saying is that you were going to fucking like pick a game over me, like, and we hadn't even like met.
I didn't say I was going to pick a game over you. I never explicitly said I would pick a game over you, and I would never say that to anyone. That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing anybody could say about anything. You told me when you would be on your way. You told me you gave me an estimate when you would arrive, and I said, "Cool. I'm going to be in the middle of this one thing, and as soon as that's done, you have my full attention." That's basically how I presented it.
But when it's done, so like, okay. So, Pirate said you're so needy, Lisi. I am needy, and I made that clear from the jump. I made it clear that I am an obsessive type of person, and when I'm into someone, I want them to be as equally obsessive about me. Like, I want them to drop everything from me, because I would do the same. I'm literally planning on driving fucking, like, 6 hours.
Great.
Hey, Rostov.
Hey guys, what can CD do to fix this situation? What would you recommend?
Right now, nothing. I think I'm gonna have to do some serious thinking about this, because I'm not sure if it's worth my time driving fucking 4 to 6 hours over this, like just to be ignored.
CD is a man.
You know what?
Passion. He's a man of passion, right? He's passionate about games, passionate about you.
Yeah.
Some
not
dudes,
so sure about
some
that.
dudes sit on their couches just smoking weed all day. He's passionate. He's passionate. Like, you don't always have men of passion.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really feeling the passion right now, so good fucking luck with that. I'm really gonna have to think this over.
Damn.
Great. Oh, and
Damn. Fuck.
there goes my entire weekend. The whole thing up in flames. I don't know why I try anymore.
So yeah. Um, rough, rough. Let me tell you something, CD Ron. If you do listen to this, or depending how things change, because anything can change in the LCU, things change all the time. Uh, yeah, from what I understand, later on, I think he gets dumped, which is like, wait, well, you weren't dating to begin with, so there's your problem. But even with that, right? Even with that, uh, I feel like it's not really CD-ROM. Like, okay, let me be real. She just wanted a way out. As your mama was saying, she just wanted a way out, and I think we all knew that. I didn't take this relationship serious. I thought it was cute at first, but I'm like, this isn't gonna last long. It's just not. It's just for content. And you can tell the CD-ROM is frustrated and just tired of this, but it's like, to me, it's like, dude, I think you're looking at the wrong places. Like, I think that where you're looking for girls, they're just not there. Like, go to a church, go to another place where you can find a proper girl rather than just. Uh, Let me be real with the LC, and you can tell that he's frustrated. You can tell that his whole you never know things will change. But even so, it's like, yeah. And Rastov comes in the last minute to kind of ease things off and everything. I mean, it didn't really matter, like, cause I know, like, your mama would say, like, he's just cooking the content, and I'm just here, like, I don't think that's the case. I think that she just wanted to leave. She did her part, and she just wanted to jump ship. And I think Rasov just saw the perfect opportunity. Or worst case scenario, this was planned by Rasov the whole time. Was, I guess it's payback. No, that wouldn't make sense because he already got his payback. I don't know. Let's move on.
Like, pick a game over me. Like, and we hadn't even, like, met.
I didn't say I was going to pick a game over you. I never explicitly said I would pick a game over you, and I would never say that to anyone. That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing anybody could say about anything. You told me when you would be on your way. You told me you gave me an estimate when you would arrive, and I said, "Cool, I'm going to be in the middle of this one thing, and as soon as that's done, you have my full attention." That's basically how I presented it.
But when it's done, so, like, okay. So Pirate said you're so needy, Lacey. I am needy, and I made that clear from the jump. I made it clear that I am a.
So I guess I misunderstood that it was only going to be 20 minutes, but my thought just went out my head. I had something to say about what she just said, but now I forgot about it.
Okay, so are we still? Is it still 20 minutes? I mean,
Right.
could it? If he did anything else, could it go more than 20 minutes? I don't know. I was trying to understand that, but it looks like it's just 20 minutes.
Yeah. And that I don't see a problem with. It's like, it's 20
that's
minutes.
even if, and he may not even get there, like, to go over through the 20 minutes is because you do it like qualifiers. I mean, he may not even make that, right? Like,
I guess.
I don't know about these game things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think it's bad. It's bad juju that they're just already fighting about this fucking first date. It hasn't even happened yet. Like, I don't think that's good for any of this just off the bat. It's like it was destined to not do well.
Yeah. Let me say just a little bit more of this.
Obsessive type of person, and when I'm into someone, I want them to be as equally obsessive about me. Like, I want them to drop everything from me because I would do the same. Like, I'm literally planning on driving fucking like 6 hours. Great. Hey, Rostov.
Hey guys, what can CD do to fix this situation? What would you recommend?
Right now, nothing. I think I'm gonna have to do some serious thinking about this because.
Okay, y'all. This is a first date scenario. Like, you are, and I'm sorry, at this point, I still think that if you do not carry through with this date, you were looking for a reason the whole time. and it's getting closer and closer to the date, and you found it. You found your out. I don't want to feel this way, you know, but
Yeah, I hopefully I get her name right. Angie. Hopefully I Yeah, I think everybody noticed that. Everybody knew that the date was coming closer and closer, and she just wanted her way out. But also, this could just be a script, in the sense that it's on her end is scripted. She's trying to prove her worth in LCU. I think that this can be viewed in a multitude of different ways. This can be simply viewed as she wanted her way out, but out of the date. But you know what? You never know. She can probably make a turnaround and be like, "Oopsie, I actually lied. I'm actually more excited now. I just wanted to test how you were going to react." But let's be fair. That is a possibility. I honestly, I'm not gonna know until. Actually, I won't know until I get around watching Tech Talk when it comes around and all that fun stuff happens. So everything is up in the air. Everything is up in the air. Even though I like to think in a weird way or a funny way that there's a chance that this is all scripted on her end, not on the LCU this time, but on her end as a way to prove. And maybe she will show up, but who knows?
Pops, you're weird. That's fine. Let me be weird. That's fine. I'm that guy that wears socks and Crocs. I'm that guy.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
And whenever I wear slides, I have socks on. Always.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Plus, I hate slides, personally, for me. I don't like slides.
I got you. That's the other thing, too. So there was a big meme here. I don't know if y'all... Actually, well, y'all really don't cover us. There's no reason to cover us. We're just a news show. I get it. But, like, there's a bit... No, legit. Stop. What are you going to cover? Like, oh, they look what Remind looked at today. Like, it's... No, I get it.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't need...
We do cover you when people come up and talk about the situations or whatever.
Yeah. I get that.
We'll cover that because, I mean, it's obviously something we haven't covered yet. You know what I mean?
No. I get that. But I'm saying, like, because this is an update show. So that's all we do is we do a little bit in the morning just to kind of get people in here.
That's what Rewind does.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason to cover us, right? But regardless, there was a big meme about me going to get a pedicure because I absolutely refused. My wife has tried to get me so many times to go with her to get a pedicure. She's like, because they're...
Dude, they made $1,000 goal, right, to make a fucking Nightmare and Sweet Tea song, right? And then the argument that they had, because your mama was like, no, we have to use a copyrighted beat. Nightmare did a poll and was like, do you want a copywritten beat or do you want an actual fucking like song that we write and make the music for ourselves? Like fucking 60-something% voted for other shit. He wanted copyright. He just would.
I don't understand why he would want a copyright beat. Like, what's the point?
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes you run across creators who... All right. I'm just going to say this. I don't know how else to put this. So I'm going to take something from the group that I used to, because I don't have time because of the LCU, but I used to hang out with what we used to call the cabal over in commentary, right? And it was just a group of content creators that were friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the more successful ones in that group were the ones that you are about your money.
Okay.
Now we've already had this discussion. We don't beg for money or whatever. It will come. You give the content, it will come. You don't beg for it, anything like that. But if you come across a creator that isn't about your money or isn't about their money, they're usually very, very, very fucking sloppy. If you're using copyrighted beats, you're not about your money. You can't be because it's going to be copyrighted. That means your playback and the advertisement that went on during your stream is not money that you're going to get.
So when you say...
Now, granted, if it's an extra $60, granted, it's just an extra $60, but every dollar counts.
Yeah, I get that. So when you say sloppy, you just basically mean lazy. Is that kind of what you're saying? Like, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
They're not about their money. I like to be around content creators that are about their money.
Well, yeah.
They look at this. They look at this as one entertainment to a business.
I'm not gonna lie. Say what you must about Riley. Say how you feel. She's 100% correct. I genuinely do agree with her 100%. And what she said is true. there's really no. I mean, you're gonna beg one way or another, right? Like hit the like, hit the subs, just follow. That's the usual stuff. But she's 100% right that if you're about your money, the money will come to you, and you shouldn't be slow. It's something that gets me going. I'm like, well, that's making me think. It's actually making me kind of rethink how I operate this channel, and it's kind of I would even say kind of is making me think about how I should approach the channel more down the line in terms of obviously background music, because I'm slowly adding background stuff if I don't wake up too late or if I'm doing something else, right? Nevertheless, what she said is correct, and but let me answer the question of why the whole like beat thing. It's because for a lot of people, it's easier to just use an existing beat and go off of that at the basis or a template. I forgot what it's called in rapping, sampling, right? It's very common in rapping and hip hop to sample older stuff and just recycle the material for later stuff. It is very common. Kanye West is a really good example of somebody who samples older stuff, yet creates his own beats and sound around it and makes something way more different than anybody could expect, right? Techno music is like that too as well. I'm trying to think who else does that, but any big time rapper or hip hop or pop artist, one way or another, do make they do that, right? They do that a lot more often than you can imagine. So to me, that's why. And as somebody who is around people who used to make music or want to make music, they sometimes use copyrighted music or copyrighted beats. They don't use the whole beat, they don't use all of it. What they do is they just sample the parts they want and they create a music or a rap beat around that. Or people will listen to a beat, get inspired, or try to mimic that beat but do it in their own style. So there's that, if that answers your question.
Did it like, that would be a thing that we could do, because we have the last 2 hours on Friday. But I don't have the time to gather everything.
I get it.
Yeah.
I have a ton of stuff I could give you, but it's look, it's not in any order that I know you need it in. But I have a timeline of her from the LCU that I'll be honest, Scooter did it. I couldn't.
Well, then you should be the one going over it then. I mean,
know.
this is the show she came from.
I know.
Right.
I'm trying. I'm not good at this. I'm trying.
Yeah. So just FYI, we're not the ones doing it.
Okay.
So if I did decide to do it, I mean, I would.
Who said that they couldn't do it? Who said that they couldn't do it? Who said they shouldn't do it? I don't understand that. Who said they shouldn't do it?
No one.
Notice the tone change when I went up there, though, right?
I've noticed that, and
Yeah.
I know Gigi is new and she's trying to like learn her footing and what she can say, what ways to talk, whatever the fuck, right? When I say ways to talk, I don't mean two people. I mean just to get your point across in the right manner. That's what I think. But go ahead.
103.33.
Okay. 103.30. All right, there we go. All right.
But what are those other shows doing, Gigi, that are
not
worthy of
anything.
covering
I
that
don't
we're
know.
fucking not?
We spent an hour yesterday on the Sega thing with CD on Rewind. Over an hour, actually. That was much better, much more exciting than Queens was yesterday.
Okay,
I don't know, it's their show, but
Yep.
It was more exciting than what happened on Queens that day. That day, Mike was, it was the dog cage and water balloons. And then we had the CD Sega thing. The biggest story in the LC. Could you imagine if we didn't cover that, what Keem would have said?
Oh, he would have been livid. Fucking livid.
And what would have happened? He would have came here on Cafe going, rewind, didn't rewind.
Yeah. And I actually saw some people in the Discord yesterday talking shit, and I was sticking up for y'all. I was. Because I get it. And, and I know people were telling me that Billy was going off a little bit on Rewind yesterday about the whole thing, especially with Gigi and all that, which we'll definitely get into. But it's frustrating. I understand it's frustrating. I totally get it. And y'all are in this shit situation.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. Listen,
I understand this whole Sega CD thing, whatever. It is a big story. You know, Keem is doing his thing. He is in his fucking element looking into
yes.
shit. Getting
Oh,
his
yes.
team look. He is in his fucking element. If we hadn't covered it,
Oh,
he
God.
would have been on our ass. Look how he was on our ass when we didn't cover them burning the fucking table. Look how he was on our ass when Beans and Grimm broke up and we didn't talk about it. So imagine how he would have been on our ass if we didn't cover the Sega CD shit.
Oh, yeah. 3 strikes.
And CD called it. I believe CD called in that night too. So
He
we
did.
had a discussion with him about it. Oh, I'm sorry we stayed an hour on it. My bad. It was the only biggest fucking story.
I still hold to the belief that I think Rewind should be broken up and that both Xylee and Billy should get their own show. But in the case of Gigi, I think she should understand that like when something takes precedence, as in if something catches Keemstar attention to the point where he wants everybody to cover it, it's going to take precedence. Even if Queens had an amazing show, right? Even if Queens had a guest, a big female lolcow on their channel, or a big female, or a big time female creator. Hell, it could be Mr. Beat. Keemstar would literally be like, this CD, the Sega radio is more important than Mr. It's Keemstar, right? We should know how he acts, and it's true, right? If Rewind didn't cover it or Remind didn't cover it, Keem would be livid, and I think that's something important to understand, that it is what it is. A lot of the time, what happens in the LCU is basically, you have to follow the whim of Keemstar. That's really what it comes down to, and I think that's something a lot of people have to kind of take into account. If you're going to work for the LCU, understand that ultimately everything is based on whether or not what Keemstar feels, and if he feels like this is more important, and then it is what it is. He feels if it's more important than whatever is happening on Queen, well then, or not even just Queen, whatever else is happening. I mean, hell, Nerd can have Amaru or Asman Gold, and that would be nothing compared to the Sega radio stuff. So, yeah. Let's move on.
What are you talking about?
So?
The facts are there.
What facts? Who said I was flirting with anybody? I said I've never been put under for anything.
Am I right or am I right?
God.
He's a little manho. He's a player.
What are you talking? How did we get here? I said the doctor was a man, by the way. Like what are you talking about?
Bro.
So what I'm hearing is you're not picky.
Are you getting fed stuff from like?
Of course you're not picky. He's talking to
I'm
you,
getting
bitch.
stuff from what you are saying.
I said that I had never been put under. I'd never been getting anesthesia. You can't keep a straight face because you know what you're doing. I'd never been granted anesthesia before, and he said you're going to love it, and I fell asleep. That's the last thing I remember before the anesthesia kicked in.
And boy, did you love it.
It knocked me out. It put me asleep. That's what anesthesia does. What is this conversation? What is happening?
I'm about to rip this bitch apart.
You know me so well. Great. How much did I?
Go. What do you have to say?
I'm you know what? Everybody's like, Weeb's always too high to do the show. I'm not at all. And you know what? I think I need to use my get high powers really quick, because this is bullshit. I'm going to say really horrible misogynistic things. So before I do.
What? You said
keep going about your friend.
You said
keep going on about your friend that she done gaslighted. Bro, what the fuck was that? What was that evil ass fucking gaslighting? Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I was a fly on the wall with her, I'm pretty sure she's flirting with people at a job. I don't give a fuck. Do you not know everybody just flirts? I flirt with every fucking body. The only person in this fucking universe that I have not flirted with is you, because you're gross. And that's it. It's legit. So what the fuck is she talking about? She don't take her little Becky wannabe ass the fuck on some damn where. Hold on. Got me fucked up with my boy CD. I thought I was going to come over here and talk shit about CD. Obviously, Lacey doesn't try to get bopped because the bitch done fucked up. We're the wrong one. I don't know what the fuck you thought. You would have come over here and sit there and gaslight this motherfucker in front of all these people like we don't fucking see your ass?
No.
If you don't get your double cheek, double chinned ass the fuck up, you... Bro, shut up.
Dead wrong.
You're just so bored.
Listen, everything. All I'm saying is that.
Yeah, you can't deny it isn't a little bit of a gaslighting. And obviously, in the case of Zay is going to defend her because they're friends. So even if Buff makes a solid point, proves everything, it just doesn't matter. And this isn't me being an incel. This is just something that happens in male and female, right? They're gonna always say that, no, you're wrong. He's totally in the right. It's just a common thing, especially if you're a friend. I don't know the exactness. I don't know how close they both are. It makes me kind of wonder if Zay is in on it. But again, like some would say, like, oh, isn't that a little bit cruel to say that about Zay? And then I would probably answer it, would it surprise you? I mean, Zay one time straight up told the Dick Gemini that if you want a position, you take it, you grab it. I'm pretty sure I have a clip of it from months ago. I'm pretty sure I made a video actually about it. Right, so it's like, if she's helping her get a show, well, you know, there's that to think about. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I agree with One Buff. I mean, it's not about, like, I mean, I was straight up to One Buff. I don't think it's misogynist, because if it was a guy, I would have thought the same thing. So I don't think it's being misogynist at all. It's just being honest. If you feel like she is gaslighting him and trying to be manipulative, which is something I forgot to mention, that she says she was very obsessive. It's somebody who dated a girl who was very obsessive and very possessive. I can't think of the other word, actually, my bad. I'm pretty sure I'm saying the word wrong anyway. Be careful. Be careful. And if I would imagine, since technically it would be kind of a long distance relationship between CD-ROM and her. Yeah, the girl I was dating lived in the same city. Not a great time, I'll tell you that much. I regretted that relationship really hard after a week of dating her.
How long? So he can't. This man has to stop his whole fucking life because you're coming over, because you're just like the angel of his life. No, I'm like, okay. Did he give you a time? And wait, before I even get to that, when you were, I thought you were fucking with him when you first started. But did you ever give any inkling that you were kidding at the end of that clip? Because there's no context. I know I look like Anthony Fantano right now, but don't let that distract you. Okay. So what I'm trying to ask you, did you let him know that you were playing at the end? Did you get that? Because it looked like it got to the point where you were just gaslighting him about shit that has no fucking purpose.
Well, you didn't see the end of the clip, Buff, and he was laughing by the end of it. Like, he was playing back with it. He even brought up the whole mic thing with her. Like,
Yeah, it started out as like lightly bantering, like we were like joking back and forth, right? And then like he's literally laughing at one point, and then so am I, and then and then so it just like snowballed, like it just, and then because I got like pretty upset thinking about it. I was like, that's like, honestly, it's kind of fucked, and I've been thinking about it, and I talked it over with like my girlfriends, and they're like, dude, that's actually really fucked.
No, because
the chat's telling me that you were going to be. Hold on. The chat told me that he was going to be playing the game for 20 minutes. So you couldn't wait 20 minutes?
No, they're fucking lying. They don't know how long he's playing the game for.
I'm asking you. He didn't tell. They're 100% sure that it was 20. If CD-ROM did you give her a time? Because I feel like I'm letting you know something. CD-ROM's such a fucking poignant dork. He is so heavily autistic. I know for a fact. If he said that the girl that he thought he doesn't want to blow the bag with, a girl that he actually is attracted to, thinks he has a chance with, he is not going to make you come over and then just wait while games.
But that's literally what he's saying he's going to do.
Though.
Like,
that's what he's doing.
Okay, in my mindset, whether it's 20 minutes or not, y'all in the fucking chat right now are being dumb as fuck, not realizing she's driving 6 fucking hours. Even if he's having her wait 20 fucking minutes, she's making all the effort into driving the 6 fucking hours. Okay, he can put down the goddamn video. I'm not trying to be that bitch, but I'm fully on your side on this. Like, he can put down the video game. And I feel like last night, okay, yeah, you guys were joking back and forth. We only showed the clip of what you said. We didn't show the clip of the shit he brought up with you and Mike. And that is a fucking line cross.
I did. Bring it up. Bring it up right now.
Okay, let's bring it up, because I genuinely think that he crossed the line by bringing this shit up, because he knows that this shit is like beyond just trolling, bruh.
All right, let's see. Because I don't know if you do this because everybody told me to have fucking kid gloves for this man because he's teasing me, and then all of a sudden everybody's
Okay,
supposed to
and I'm
not
not
do
gonna
that at the
have
same
kid
time.
gloves.
So I don't get it.
So here's my take on this, right? If that's what it is, then like again, that's why I said that I need to like think it over because
so
I
you're
do want to
looking for
take
an
that
out.
into consideration. But at the same time, like that's not a fucking excuse.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of continue onwards and onward. Whether or not you think she's right or wrong, it's up to you. I mean, yeah, you can make the case like, well, you can make the case he can put the controller down, but if he's already in it. But it is also true that, yeah, like CD-ROM is a very poignant guy. He gives you every information you need to know. He probably has a spreadsheet and everything ready to go, so it kind of is like... So, I don't know. I feel like she's trying to do whatever she can to get a way out of the date. Because she probably wasn't as committed as she was telling people. And I think she's attempting to gaslight people. But at the same time, but you can probably make the case also, like, maybe there is actually a good case. Like, yeah, dude, maybe put the controller down. Maybe don't do something like that. Maybe let... maybe not focus on the game, focus on the date, but I don't think that would matter. I mean, also the fact that she is driving like 6 hours is like, why don't you meet halfway? Why didn't you plan this out? I mean, I feel like you could have planned this out better. But then I remember something important, and this is the LCU, that it doesn't really matter. What matters is the content that comes out of it. So it doesn't matter if CD-ROM. It doesn't really matter if they do meet. In the end, and it is very messed up to say this, but this is content, and I don't know what to tell you. And she's delivering the content, and I think it's her attempt to prove to Keemstar that I can be a host, that I can be a member of the LCU, and this is her attempt. And if she is doing that, which I feel like she is, get on her. And I wouldn't be too surprised if she decides to flip-flop her original idea. So let's move.
You're doing this on purpose. You know that.
The least you could do. I'm driving all that way. You're not even driving to me. First off, that's crazy. But the least you could do is like.
Chatted $5. You would think an athlete like Yo Mama would understand that a qualifier happens at the beginning of a competition. But go off, ma boy Lamau.
Because I'm coming to take your life away.
A qualifier happens at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. That's the beginning.
Like, hey, sorry guys, I have like a date. I actually can't play the fucking qualifier because the time would exceed what's needed.
You know what? You
This
got
is
me.
career though.
Well,
That's what
I'm
he
not
wants to
playing the
do as a
qualifier.
full-time career.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Oh my god,
That's exactly what you're
it doesn't matter now. Yeah, it doesn't matter that
It does
now
matter.
because
It
the
exactly
only
matters.
reason you're quitting it,
It
the only reason you're quitting
'Cause he
it
cares,
is because
and he wants
I
to make
said
you
so.
happy.
Like it's
No,
not
the
of your
reason-
own volition,
The
so it
reason I'm
loses its
quitting it.
meaning.
The reason I'm quitting it is because the date's important to me, and I want to make you happy.
I'm just not sure if I even want to go on the date anymore. Like you already mentioned. Regardless of what your decision is now, you already mentioned that you were going to pick the game over me.
Melindia super chatted $15.50.
Mostly has to do with like the way that like this is all supposed to be going about. Like, first off, I'm the one that's driving there, right? Second off, I'm hearing about like all the alleged DM conversations and other women that he's interested in.
You're a fucking retard.
I get there and he's going to be playing a fucking video game. Like, imagine going over to your friend's house, right? That you haven't seen in a long ass time, and the first thing they're doing is playing video games rather than like talking to you, and they're locked the fuck in.
All right. Well, we can
Thank
move
you,
on, bro.
Hairlove.
That's it.
Yeah, so
Lock it up.
it's
there it
fucking Nenzo. You're a fucking clown, love. I'll be honest with you. At the end of the day, I had a first date with a woman once. I took her back to mine. We had a fucking amazing time in the bedroom, and guess what? I played Katario 5 afterwards. Fucking, what the fuck are you talking about? You can do anything with fucking video games, and it's a bit of fun. Like, at the end of the day, if this man's trying to make a career in video games, that's not just a hobby for him, right? He wants to fucking get there with video games. That's more than just playing fucking video games. He's not sat on his fucking sofa playing GTA Online, screaming at some fucking kid and fucking blowing up the guy's personal fucking vehicle. He's not doing that. He's doing something much more much more than that, and it's something that's generally can make an effect on him as someone in that community. Wait to move on when Rostov jumps in. So Rostov jumps in. Okay. Let's get to that point, and then we'll fucking move on because I'm.
What Nightmare said is true, right? He did mention that people do make a career out of it, and it's his passion. It's something he wants to do. But the fact that he is willing to drop everything to make you happy, like I mean, it says a lot about CD-ROM that the guy is willing to give up something that makes him genuinely happy for another person. That's something you can't take away. And I feel like it's something you can't simply take away to a guy like this who's willing to risk it all. Now, I would admit that she is driving 6 hours, but if the date is that important to him and to them, right? You know, he's gonna cancel something. I mean, he can also do two things. It's not like he can't, right? It's not like you can't, you know, not. I don't know how I'm gonna say that. It's not like you can't do both, right? You can easily do two things at once. You can easily do two things at once. You can easily do the event and still go on your date, right? So to me, it's just like, why are you being like this? I don't know. I think maybe for me, if I met a girl who was like this, I would probably respond way different. I probably would be like, well, you know, I'm going out of my way as a guy. You know, I think for a guy like me, I feel like if this was such a concern, I probably would be willing to give up the event that I've been wanting to go for so long for a date, even if it doesn't work out. Even though, in a weird way, I know that it's meant for content and really nothing else, right? Let's just be real. That this is really done for content. Even if you say, oh, she's being a gold digger, she's being this, she's being that, I'm just like, it kind of doesn't matter. Because this is all just done for content. This isn't really done, and I know it's harsh to just say that, but the reality is this is just for content. And I think that's something people have to be willing to come to terms with, that this is for content. This isn't for real. This isn't something like she really wants to do. This is just something she's doing because she's trying to get her foot in the door. But
I don't know if the actual woman that woman basically was with. She was with that woman, I think, with the man by like mid-August, something like that. I don't even know. All I know was what she told me. But my fucking gut tells me she knew this motherfucker got fucked him right before she broke up with me, and the moment she found out she's pregnant, she was like, I'm gone.
So your gut was telling you that she was cheating behind your back, but you wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't even fucking sure. Like,
okay.
I feel like she actually was cheating.
You can't call her a slut then if you weren't even.
Yeah.
If she.
you refused to give her that freshy dick, bro. She had to find it somewhere.
Yeah, she said, I gotta break up with you because you're not giving me the freshy fresh.
Yeah.
True.
The fresh and release.
Like,
so that's not really her fault.
No, here's the fucking funniest thing about it with this woman though. The second time she broke up with me, she suck
9,305 super chatted $5 alpha male skull emoji skull emoji skull emoji skull emoji skull emoji skull emoji.
I'll try.
Go ahead.
But like, what happened was, my fucking thought is that after she broke up with me the second time, she went and gave a blowjob to a fucking kid and got pissed off because he came right inside of her mouth.
Oh, and then you still dated her after this and kissed her.
Did you?
2 weeks afterwards.
After she gave a blowjob, you kissed her 2 weeks later, huh?
Yeah, she's like fucking texting. She's like texting me in the middle of the fucking night, being like, "Bro, I gotta fucking tell you something. This guy, I'm fucking pissed off at this guy. This guy shouldn't done this to me." Like, she like got pissed off, like she got unprotected sex.
Unprotected. I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to put something in there that wasn't too intense and that felt very genuine. I'm not gonna lie, as I was watching this, I'm like, this shit is hilarious. I don't care what anybody says about him. This kid's hilarious. This kid knows where the joke is at. It's like 2 weeks after. Brutal. I quite enjoyed this. Very much so. I was just dying laughing about that. I'm like, what's with everybody in these weird relationships that happens around here. I'm like, did everybody here have some weird like mess up story, and it gets worse and worse the more you start to go into it. I'm just like, do we all have relationship problems here? Do we all have issues that we should talk about that are probably a lot more important? Or just me? Just me. I guess I'm not the only one with relationship issues, I guess. Oh boy, let's move on.
Somebody doing it.
I mean, I
did the
don't
pre.
care. No,
But you brought it up.
I don't fucking care. What I'm saying is, don't say that you're bringing
care
up
what I
all this
brought up.
original content when it's not original. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
But what I'm
that's my point.
okay, but the point is, what Gigi was saying about Rewind, and basically Rewind doesn't cover like Queens and other shows and everything. And then Xylee's response was, well, we don't have enough time, and she's asking for 4 hours. First of all, I just want to say this off the rip. As a reaction channel, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a bad idea, Keem getting Billy and Xylee anyway, because they're not reaction channels. Okay. As a reaction channel can cover fucking 20 goddamn streams within an hour. If you're really good, like you could get timestamps, you could get clips, you could get this, you could get that, boom, you could snap in and out. I mean, they talk about each other so goddamn much on their goddamn stream, they ain't got time to watch other people. I literally saw Xylee on Rewind spend 30 minutes talking about how she couldn't cover other channels. You spent 30 minutes talking about how you couldn't cover other channels. You could have spent that 30 minutes covering other channels. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I see where your point is there. To be fair, maybe they could. In terms of Queens, what I will say, it's been mostly non-tent. I'm sorry, but like we've been reacting to Queen's gimmicks since fucking December, and like she's been rehashing shit. Now, yesterday's stream she did something different, which was fucking awesome, and respect her for doing so. They did the whole parody thing, and I watched a bit and I enjoyed it. But everyone's like saying, "Oh my god, this is fucking great! It's like the best episode of Queens in a long time." And I'm like, "Good," because they show that if you put in effort, people will talk about it and people will cover it.
Right.
And they did on Rewind. They did cover it, to be fair.
Right.
But
But for me to all these excuses to do your job, when she goes and when Xylee goes up and she says, well, if you guys want to be talked about, why don't you guys come up on Queens and tell us what you guys did? No, ma'am. That's your fucking job. If you can't do your job, move the fuck out of the way and let somebody else do it. Because I could do Rewind way better than them two clowns. And when Keemstar looked at them and said, you know what, maybe I should do Rewind for a week to show you how to do it. Keemstar should have fucking did that. He should have did Rewind for a week to show them too how to rewind. Because let me tell you something, they don't know how to rewind. They don't know how to react because they're not reaction channels. When they react to themselves, when they pull up balls, they perk up and they all like they're happy and they're joyful. But when they pull up any other fucking show in the network that with their biased ass views, they got the sad ugly face. Well, fuck it. Listen, I'm gonna tell Gigi this. Don't worry about being on fucking Rewind. Those are sad, biased individuals anyway. Fuck them. Worry about other fucking reaction channels outside the network that cover you. Because the ones that cover us, like fucking Sab when she covers our show, are Freshy Fresh, and then there's Lizzie and I forgot the fucking name and Pete. These other channels, I go out and I watch them test, and they actually have a fucking good time watching us. They actually enjoy watching us. They don't have the fucking stank face that Billy and Xylee has when they watch test. I'd rather watch them watch. So Gigi, what you should do is not worry about test watching you. Why? Because I see a lot of reaction channels out there that watch Queens and have a good time watching Queens. They actually enjoy fucking Queens. So why don't you go show them some love? Why don't you go outside and be like, damn, I like your reaction. I like what you doing. I like when you talk about us. Go worry about them. Don't worry about Rewind. Rewind just like to look at themselves anyway. That's weird to me anyway. Billy watching Billy on fucking balls. Weird. Xylee watching Xylee on fucking cafe. Weird. They like watching each other. So fuck it. They're not a Rewind show. They're trash. Period. Now I'm out of this motherfucker.
I mean, when he's right, he's right. You can't take that away from him, right? I mean, shout out to all those people. Hey, your mama. If you like me, can I? Your mama. Can I get a little Can I get a little love too? I'm joking, Joe Mama. I'm joking. But no, in seriousness, he's not wrong. Like, he's 100% wrong. You shouldn't be too focused about the people within your own network. Because, like, what matters is the people who are outside of your network, who are covering you and who are taking the time out of the day to cover you. I mean, how? I'm not going to lie. I'm really not going to lie. A lot of the times in the past, like couple, like a month ago when Becky was still around, I just did not care enough. I did not care enough for Queen because it was the same routine every other day. And yeah, they were right. Like the last stream, I would say like maybe the last 2 weeks, I think Queens has been doing a lot better than it was after Becky. I would even say that it may even surpass the Becky content. I would even dare say that it will get to a point where Gidgy stuff with Tina would be 100% better than Becky. Given that whole situation, well, you know, I will talk about. So, yeah, it's insanity, right? Now, to me, getting back into the whole having other people talk about you is important, right? Like someone like me or someone like I almost said Labrowski. I don't know why I was gonna say Labrisket. Well, I mean, a brisket is a food. It makes me hungry, actually. Damn you, Lee Brisket. You made me hungry again. You made me hungry. Now I am hunger for food. But my point is, right? Yeah, it is true. You should have other people cover you. There should be other people directing to you to watch. I mean, look how you guys should. Right. That's important to have people cover you because that gives you traction. I mean, like, you know, bar from clipping channels was one thing, and I'm never going to diss Elite Chipping the clipping channel because they are very important. But like, you do need people who are gonna react, who are gonna commentate on your stuff. It is very important, especially during your highs and lows. Rewind, and I mean what Yo Mama said was right. Yeah, a good reactor, a good commenter, right? Especially when they're streaming, would have 4 or 5 clips going on. They would set things up. Like, I am not good at that because I haven't really focused a lot of the time because my time's been focused on a lot of other stuff. But a good clipper would just like find all the key moments, write them down, or have a spreadsheet, boom, can knock out like 10 or 5 streams or focus on one particular stream in great detail. He's right. And Yo Mama's right. Give him props for that.
He's rolling nat 20s for patience surrounded by Twiggies. Kenny level self-destruction.
Damn. Steak's never getting away from wearing that dress, is he?
It's a good dress.
It was a very nice peacock dress. He's a
very
peacock.
nice
You gotta
dress.
let him fly.
I think Steak probably would be just hanging out, playing games with the kids. Just gaming.
Yeah.
He's just gaming.
Teaches them all Dungeons and Dragons and shit.
Not even teaching. He's like he's like they're better than him at most of it. He's like a mid-level player. But he's just hanging, playing, having fun. He's just having fun.
He's just there.
I understand where Yo Mama's coming from because I'm not gonna lie to you. Balls is very boring. I don't see the appeals of balls. I don't see. Most of the time when I cover balls, I just don't have it in me to care enough. Like it's just like it is just a Discord hangout stream, right? And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. And every so often they do produce some content, right? But a lot of the time I'm just like, if I'm just here to watch Discord hangout streams, then I'm like, I can just go to anywhere else and cover those people, and that would be much more exciting. It's like, and he is right. When Rewind does cover balls, they do perk up. They do. It's just annoying. I don't see the appeal of balls. I feel like I feel like in the case of like nerds, there's a case for nerds. You can say that maybe they organization or buff anime is wackiness, it's attracting, or rewind even, or any other show, but balls is just there. Feels like a tax write-off more than anything else. If you want my opinion on that. Let's move on.
X amount of hours to go to you, and you're going to take precedent of a video game over me on our first time meeting.
I wouldn't pick a video game actually over you.
No, but like that's what you're saying that you would do. If it was going well, you would pick the video game
No,
over
what?
me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you literally said if it was going well, you would continue it out. Like you would finish out the game.
The qualifier, yeah, the one that I had already started while I was waiting for you to arrive.
Bro, what are you doing, CD?
First of all, Boogie, do you hear that and still think that sounds alpha?
Nope. A real woman would come in there and she would root you on and cheer you on and watch her man perform well on the fucking stage. That's what a
Dude,
real
if you want to perform in the bedroom, who gives a fuck how you perform in the video game, okay? This dude needed to fuck.
He ain't trying to fuck. He's not trying to fuck.
What he should have said is this: I'm competing in a tournament, and I want you to watch me play. So when you get here, I will have my friend be looking out for you, get you in the door, and bring you to where I'm competing. And then as soon as I'm done, as soon as I wrap things up, then we go on our date. But no, he's saying like, oh, you might have to wait when you get here. Cause I like it's all about how you say it, right? And he is saying it in a way where he's picking the video games
Hayden
over her.
313 super chatted $20. Are Lisi's DMS open? Is that what I'm hearing? That girl is fine as hell. I heard she likes real men, flexed biceps, medium light skin tone. Let me show you something, girl.
And if I was doing really bad in the qualifier, I would DNF because it's not worth wasting any more time playing that over taking you out to dinner.
And if I was doing really bad in the qualifier,
I don't know how I feel about this one because I'm like, I can see where Keem is coming from. It is all about how you say something, right? Because and I wouldn't even say how you say it, but also just the tone and your mannerism is a factor into this, right? I feel like if you're going to say something to a girl, you should have the confidence to say it and be like, But then again, we're dealing with CD Haram, and he's probably not thinking that far ahead. So, logic be damn. Logic be damn. That's just my honest opinion. Trying to think. We can move on.
So 25% of that's almost what he made.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about, dude. You're gonna make way more money working with me than you are by yourself. So who are we fucking trying to convince? Oh man, I keep all the money over here. Wings, let's do a little math, all right? If you get $100 and you make $100 and you keep 100% of it, you have $100, all right? Mm-hmm. If you work with Keemstar and you make $10,000, all right, but you only get half of it, then you get $5,000, okay? Mm-hmm. What is the better option, the 500 or the 5,000? Like, this is so fucking infuriating. I have made him so much money. I deserve respect for that. And I get none. Right. I get fucking none.
It's really, really sad. All of these people, Wings included, unfortunately, they always think to themselves, oh, I can make a show successful. No, you can't. Nowhere near as successful as it would be here. Well, I'll get a bigger cut. A bigger cut of a tinier piece of pie never makes sense. And it's proven time and time again. Jordy left, he makes far less money. We blew up after Jordy left. Could you imagine if he got the checks that I got over the summer? He'd lose his mind for those checks.
And the reason why I want to do the Wings show, Boogie, is because he disagrees with everything I fucking say. Everything. So put him on the network, let him be the have creative control and do the show how he wants to do it. Bro, it's like you can't win with Jordy at all. There's no winning.
I'm right, Tammy, again.
Yeah. Some people you just can't help, Keem.
Bro, I deserve more fucking respect than that. I deserve way more respect than that. The amount of money I made this motherfucker, are you kidding me? He made...
It's really depressing.
How much money did he make? How much money did he make?
$3,600.
$3,600. You know what his last check here in lolcowlive was? $12,050 or $500. $12,500. That was his last check here. All right. So you tell me, dog. What? You tell me, dog. Like what the, bro? This is
his take home on that is $2,500 after YouTube's cut.
Bro, like it's offensive. All right, and that's after YouTube takes their cut. That's after YouTube takes their cut. All right, I'm talking after YouTube took their cut. He still got paid $12,500 from me. Bro, I deserve more respect.
Had he come back in June, July, he would have made, I'm not going to say how much more,
Boogie,
but he would have made a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, Wings. Boogie made $23,000.
Yeah, one month was a 22.5 check. Yeah,
crazy.
What are
1
we,
month,
bro? What
literally,
are we
this
talking
show,
about?
The check from this show is more than I ever got from YouTube in any given month when I was at the top of my game.
The $12,500. His last check was the biggest amount of money he's ever got from fucking YouTube too. I deserve more credit. I deserve more respect, bro. This whole, I ain't working with Kim. He gonna take half my money. Motherfucker, I'm making you money. God
you understand
damn.
why I dick ride Mike? Because I got a brain. Man's right. When he's right, he's right.
Yeah.
I listen to a motherfucker when they're right.
All right, let's listen to the rest of this. God, that pisses me off.
Right. That redirect ain't worth that fucking much. There is, I don't care about a pass.
This is Becky mentality. That redirect ain't that worth that much.
All the money. Right. That redirect ain't worth that fucking much. There is, I don't care about a path back to the main show. I barely want to do the main show. Let's put it this way. To make it easy, there is no path back to lolcowlive for me. Because, like, what I'll accept is not what somebody would give me, so...
What I will accept is not what someone will give me. So there is no path back. So, dude, stop giving us shit, bro. I've tried to work out every possible solution to get him back. Every possible solution. We got uninvited from going to his house. Remember, we were going to his house, and then he told us we're not allowed to come.
I was already packing a bag. I was ready to go.
Just show up.
Nah, we can't do that. That's like going IRL. That's some savage shit, bro. We can't do that. We can't do that. That's like illegal. Why are they doing all that?
I was reading the group chat. She said at 6:17 it'll be at least an hour before I get back. So that's 7:17.
Bro, come on. I literally have all these plans.
This is right fucking Amy. I was gonna say it was right Amy, but she's at the fair.
Yeah. Fuck. Anyhow, let's continue.
I know people want to see it, want things to happen, but like, it's just a part of life. I want Chris Avalon to make another Fallout. Will it happen? Probably not. Why don't you dual stream with Keem and Boogie at least when they come to your house? Because I don't want them to come to my house.
Yep. Got uninvited.
I'm afraid of Keemstar. Why would I be afraid of Keemstar? Like people think I'm like being macho when I say I'm afraid of no person on this planet. Do I think I can beat everybody up on the planet? No.
Bro, Wings, you got to get out of your echo chamber. Get the fuck out of your echo chamber. Come over here where people actually criticize you, and you have to fight for your opinions, bro.
I will tell you that Jordy is actually afraid of Keemstar. And I'll tell you how. Does Jordy think he can take him in a fight? Yeah, Jordy probably believes that. But what he's afraid of is that if Keem gets on a phone call with him, if Keem walks into his front door and has lunch with him, if Keem gets in his ear, Jordy might have to go back to earning his living. Jordy might have to go back to doing hard work.
Tommy Mason super chatted $19.99. Speaking of redirects, are there any plans for Queens to quit destroying the live redirect?
What just happened?
I don't know. Discord's been shitting itself. They got kicked out and kicked right back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any plans for Queens quit destroying the live read? What does that mean? I don't know what you mean, Tommy.
No.
I don't know either.
But no, Keem is Jordy's afraid that Keem will get him motivated and working again. So he won't talk to Keem. Period.
I didn't refresh anything. I don't know what's going on. I gotta piss though. Sorry.
Now I know, Mike, what it was like.
All right. I know that's a long clip. Hope I remind myself to cut that clip down or just fast forward certain parts of it. Hopefully I remember to do that. Hopefully I remember to do that. I have no clue if Wings is coming back or not at this point. It's so up in the air that it's actually quite confusing. Yet at the same time, I still want that to happen. So let's pray that. But in reality, yeah, I think Wings should get out of his echo chamber. I mean, it's clearly not doing him any good at this point. And at the rate, and that things are going forward and forward and forward and forward. It's probably not doing him any good to begin with. It's like, come on, dude, you can't be like this constantly. You gotta get out there. You gotta be out there more. You can't just, constantly be in this little chamber you're in. I don't know. I mean, I thought the whole point was to have Wing on to the main show and not give him another show, unless I missed something. I thought the whole point was for him to be on the main show, but hopefully I remember to cut most of this shit out. So if I didn't, or I fast forward most of it. Let's see what happened. Let's move on.
Hawaii cupcake or what? I don't know who that fucking person is personally. You had the Avatar Lasso Bender, Batgirl. She got involved in all this shit as well, knowing she's meant to be a host of Cafe. Yeah, I had it from all angles. But there's a few people at the time, right, that were literally.
This guy looks like a bad guy. Like a bad
he looks
guy
like
in a
he needs
movie.
to be on a list. Like he
Yeah.
would work for Radio Sega. Yeah, I know. Exactly. That's what he's serving.
Posting the fan page that I run for Clara, as in my girlfriend, right? Hey, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed, because at the end of the day, it's public. But yeah, I do these things called screen caps. They're screen captures. It's like whenever she's live on the show, right? I provide content for her fan page, which is behind a paywall. It's not OnlyFans, no. It's a different site to OnlyFans.
Wait, so what is he explaining here? I can't understand him. It's like nightmares.
Don't worry. I'll give you the rundown. So this man, he was in the Discord here for a while, and he was getting bullied out of the server because A, he was a Becky simp, and B, because he ran a fan page for a cam girl who he genuinely thought that he was in a relationship with. So that's why we were dogging on him, because let's be real, that's fucking pathetic.
Oh, that is hilarious. Ladies,
He actually went on Queen Supreme to talk about Cafe a little bit, to give a little bit more explanation for the lore of the war.
ladies and gentlemen, Batty Boobs is bringing the damn tea. Here we go. I had to say that because the cleavage.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think Cafe's pretty much a dying show. After them keep speaking about me for a couple of episodes, I'm not surprised.
This guy's like a serial killer, dude. I'm gonna be honest, Cafe's a dead show. And if it's not dead, I'm gonna make sure it's dead.
I know, he sounds like a fucking villain.
I know.
Well, that's also why I was
talking about you.
They talked about you?
Yeah, they spoke about me a few times because I mentioned something about Batgirl in a jokey way on one of my streams, and all of a sudden you got these little trolls that appear in your chat sometimes. I think they went back to the local cafe, said something to Batgirl or whatever. It's been like that ever since. I don't know if they spoke about it recently.
Dude, why?
So, yeah.
Why does his eyebrows stop? Like they don't like they're like they stop right here. You notice that? It's so weird. Look at his eyebrows, bro. They're like cut in half. He cut half his eyebrows off.
He's a freak of nature, for sure.
What is this? What the fuck is going on with this guy? Sexual harassment? What is this about?
Yeah, he's like, I love how he's like, I make joking comments about Batgirl, but once you hear this, I want to hear your guys' opinion on if this is joking or not.
Okay. What the fuck is he playing? Wolfenstein?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Batgirl. Yo, Batgirl, my name's Ken. Suck my dick. Ooh, you dirty slag. Oh, you filthy bitch. Ooh.
Yeah, please tell me you heard that.
Wait, he's fantasizing about you and Ken.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this clip right here from one of his streams. Yeah. But he wants to say that we're the obsessed ones when this is what he thinks about when he's playing a game.
The fuck is happening? Bro, do you know you're live streaming? Do you know that there's like people are gonna
to like 5 people.
Bro, what?
Oh, it's Batgirl. Yo, Batgirl, my name's Ken. Suck my dick. Ooh, you dirty.
Yeah. I'm aware of this guy for some time. I knew him through other people who were mentioning about, like, hey, why don't you cover this guy? And I'm like, yeah, I'll give him a shot. And I just never did because I've just been, as you know, I've been just too focused on the whole other crap. So, sorry for those people who wanted me to cover him. I just never got the chance. I mean, I knew he was in the BBU for some time. I'm not even sure if he still is there or not. I mean, obviously not. I'm not even. He probably is still there. But given that the BBU is basically a skeleton of itself, or just it's almost nothing left, I don't even know if it's even worth covering any of this. So, you know, yeah, it's kind of rough. All right, let's move on.
My own cool table. I don't have to go to the cool kids table. You
Yeah.
are who you are.
And you're right. You're right. No, I know it's not I mean, that's been a constant thing that we're trying to figure out, Jake. You're right. I don't think Keem knew that, but we're trying to figure that out. Tina's got a feedback, and that's why I normally move back a little bit. Oh, for the love of God, Kat. Wow.
Give me my headphones. Maybe it's my headphones. I can't wear headphones and the helmet, so let me take out this helmet. There goes your camera. Your camera's gone.
Yep. Doesn't work at all. Totally gone.
Yep.
I have no idea. My cat just jumped up there and hit it, and
okay.
Yep, it's gone. He gone. I am so sorry, y'all. Can you still hear me at least? You have the wrong camera selected. I have the wrong camera selected. Hang on.
Is this better?
Oh, that's the Elgato. It's not showing up as Logitech. Yes, that's actually much better. You have the same headphones I do.
Yes. I couldn't wear the helmet with it.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, well, I'll
Tina,
take over
let
while
you
you
talk for a second.
Yeah, let me do it. Okay, Xylee is a little upset because I guess her and Gidgy got into a little tip this morning on Cafe. Listen, you guys, I think what it boils down to is Gidgy's new to the LCU. Nobody knows who she is. Nobody knows where she came from. And so she wants a little bit of coverage. I guess there's not a good way to say it. We thought because Mike was...
To be fair, given that, like... Alright, let me be real. Let me be fair. To at least give Xylee something, prior before Gidget's introduction to LCU, you can make the case... Actually, no, let me finish my original point. Prior before Gidget's introduction, like, you can tell that Xylee just hated covering Becky. She just hated giving Becky any form of attention. And the only time she did it was because either A, was part of the job, or B, she wanted to prove Becky wrong. That was the whole reason that Xylee most of the time covered queens. Early on, it was different, but as time went on, that wasn't the case anymore. Now, with things being different, I think to some extent Xylee couldn't get away from the idea like it's Queen, they're gonna do Queen things, it's gonna be the same thing, even if it's something different. They always say they're gonna do something different. So I guess in the case, you know, there's that. But also I'm like, well, to be fair, Tina, like Tech Talk is pretty new. CD-ROM is new, and he had more coverage on him than Gidget. But that's because Tech Talk. Actually, no, I did that bad because let's be fair. Tech Talk went from Rich and RTU and Jay to Madhouse, which was Madhouse, which was as what is it called? With Jay, you know what I mean, Jaffrey. I can't remember David Jaffrey. To now, where is that now? And then there was Phantom, but it got more coverage, but I think it was due to either Sweet Tea or CD-ROM. It's kind of putting Gidget in a harsh spot, if you want my opinion.
Am I committing suicide here? Is this like, am I committing career S-word? Is that what this is? Because I said one fucking comment about not covering us and it's true? And now Xylee is on my fucking ass forever? Really? So hang on, we got more clips. All right, that was Gidget.
Surprised Xylee's not up here cussing you out right now.
Now we have Angie to Gidget. Why? I haven't said anything that's not true! Fuck!
Okay, let me hear Angie.
Hang on.
During the rewind rant, you kind of punched down a little bit. And I kind of felt it like right there in the chest, like, boom, bitch.
Well, because
oh, really? That's funny.
They cover chubby. Like,
oh,
listen here.
Good. Are you
no, fast, baby. Hold on.
Like,
no, wait.
A channel.
So I'm not going to play the rest because all they do is talk about money and views, which Xylee says is really bad to do, but your girls are doing it, girlfriend.
Listen, Gidget, stop. They both were trying out for the queens.
I know.
They were fighting each other for this spot, and you got the spot.
I know.
You're gonna get some shit from them being jealous. I'm just saying.
That's fine. But can we at least get after Gidget for doing something? Saying a lie? Where is what I said wrong? I need somebody to point it out to me.
Well, the problem is this
more
is the same
clips.
thing.
See, I think what it is, Gidget, it's not as necessarily what's wrong with you, or really, to some extent, it could also be from Rewind. That's why I keep advocating for Rewind to be broken up with a new set of hosts and give Xylee her own show with Zay if you want to, and obviously because Billy has his own show, right? That's what I mean. And I think because of that, that's what I think. Sorry for Johnny. So that's why I think that in the end, just give Rewind to a whole different host of people. Or, if not, Keemstar's only gonna keep dropping the hammer more and more on Rewind till either they quit or they just demand something else. And as I said before, and here's the thing, I don't even think it's Gidget, it was the original. It was the previous host of Queens, right? And mind you, Queens was just it was doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's like, well, that's what happens, right? That's what naturally happens. So when you have them covering the same thing over and over, they just get sick of it, right? If it's gonna be, let's do a challenge, let's do a punishment. Like at some point, Queen did nothing but punishment for like what, almost a month or two straight. I mean hyperbolic, but it was like that for a while, and everybody got sick of it. But they got money, they got their audience, they were getting money, and then Queen right now in Rewind just looked at that like, nah, we're good. No, even the Queen does something new. Maybe that's why Gizzy decided. Maybe that's why they decided to private all the videos. So. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. They private all the video. I mean to post anyway, but they private all the videos. So, any plans for me to do a look back of Becky? Forget about it. Forget about it. But nevertheless, we gotta move on.
Told us how he wants the show. He literally told people in the Discord that this is his show for his entertainment.
True. Want to rewind? Gonna learn today. RWO4 Life, says Retro Nook. Voiden says, love rewind like always. Cafe plus rewind must have been touch. Have Taco Bell on me also. Why are you no longer on Cafe?
It has nothing to do with Ken. Love Ken. Absolutely love Ken. It was, I can tell you now, for me, it was very draining. This is the first time since I've started Rewind that because of the scheduling, like we end at midnight, and once I stream, I'm really I'm hyped up for at least a couple hours, right? And then I have to somehow get some sleep in before 8 a.m. And then on top of that, I have to get up extra early because I have personal business I have to take care of every day, taking care of people's pets before I go, going in at 8 a.m. And that's for 4 hours. And then I sleep after that. So literally, I don't know what's going on in the shows anymore for the past week because I've been sleeping or trying to sleep. It's literally my life.
I just don't know how many times I've talked to both Tina and Gidgy about the problems they've had with each other in the past couple of weeks while they're trying to rebuild Queens.
Absolutely.
And now we're the bad guys. How many times have you taken out to have conversations with Tina and Gidgy to help them out individually with their show in private?
I've talked to Gidgy quite a bit.
But now we're the bad guys.
And I didn't have a problem doing that because I wanted to help.
But now we're the bad guys.
Well, it's okay. Listen, with me personally, you're not used to being the bad guy, Billy, but listen, as a professional, I'm okay with it.
No. I don't give a fuck about this bad guy shit. I give a fuck about this two-face shit. That's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just seen your new Becky. Congratulations.
We've literally...
Because she was going around, she was in Chubby talking like a comic book villain in the chat, like she's some fucking badass. You can ask Ken. Ken knows how she was talking in the chat, a fucking cafe like she was a badass. She was talking like she was a badass in fucking Nerds Today too, to the point where even Zayzuna was like, come up here, Gidgy, what are you doing? Congratulations, y'all now have a new Becky, which is absolutely fine. I think her and Tina work well together.
You guys say I'm not in this. It's Xylee. I literally have been helping Gidgy and fucking Tina do Queens and get along with each other, unless they were playing us then too.
Why is it just me? Isn't Rewind 2 hosts? Do y'all not understand? How many times do I ask when we go through timestamps, hey, what else do you want to check out, Billy? Hey, what else do you want to check out, Billy? But it always comes to me. Why? Because you motherfuckers are always too pussy to go after Billy. No, because I'm the easier target.
Say that.
But here's the sad part.
That,
I'm not.
You say that, but I went in and talked to Gidgy after fucking Rewind last night to try and calm her down. And tell her that, sorry that it went so hot on Rewind. But guess what? I'm not that fucking sorry. She wanted to be on Rewind more. We brought her up on Rewind.
We gave her 45 fucking minutes of Rewind. That's how Rewind works.
Yeah.
And now she wants to go to war with Rewind the next day. Well, here's the thing. What the fuck ever. If that's the way you want to play this, I'm just... You crying on your show was sickening to me. The emotional manipulation. You trying to throw words like gaslighting.
I don't even know anymore. Let's be fair. I think in some regards, I think Mike is just trying to drum up hype for Queen. Maybe that's why they're doing certain things. I don't even know at this point. It's so hard to figure out what goes on in the LCU. At any given moment with individual hosts, I have a feeling that a lot of the time certain drama or intensify really mostly due to the hosts themselves and not really anybody else. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Right? If that makes any sense. Maybe it does to me. That a lot of the time, the hosts kind of just fight with each other. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I mean, but like, it doesn't matter because a lot of them was just them complaining about Rewind and everything. And at some point, you just come to the conclusion of just break up Rewind. I firmly believe that they just don't want to do I mean, it's not even that they don't want to do Rewind. I do understand that they are limited by time. They have a 2 hour, so they gotta pick the right clips. I think this is just what it is. It's just giddy attempt to get them to talk about Rewind. So it being the second Becky is what gets Rewind to talk about Queens, and it is what it is. I can't blame Giddy on that part, right? If that is her overall objective, is to play as a Becky to get Rewind to talk about Queens more, then I guess it worked. Because it got every other show to talk about it more, so it worked in their favor. But like, at the same time, you have to understand that, like, going back to what Yo Mama said, yeah, it's probably more important if you have other channels, other networks, other groups talk about you more than if Rewind isn't. Well, that's one thing. Well, hopefully you pray that other people will, and that probably it's gonna be a better boost in your numbers than having Rewind. And Rewind is picky. And on the other hand, like, well, they also don't have a lot of time, and they've seen the same crap happen multiple times, so can't really blame Rewind to be fatigued, but you can't deny there's not at least some type of biases, right? I think sometimes there is, but also I think it's depending what's gonna, if they're being directly challenged, let's say in the case of Tess with Nightmare or Yo Mama, there's that. I don't know. I just think at this point that if they don't, it's just gonna keep happening. And if anything, like, again, maybe the one option is to just give Xylee her own show, give Billy Lolcow Ball. I mean, like, what? There's still a 2 hour show on. Well, then again, that actually kind of clashes with the time. I don't know. I'm not a genius in all this. Let's move on.
Dude, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, Keem, you're right. We didn't listen. You know what, Keem? We made the mistake 2 nights ago to cover that Sega radio shit for the first hour. She complained about it on her show that we covered that Sega radio for the first hour. It was only the biggest story in the universe.
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It's like impossible to do it all. It is.
And you can't say she wasn't complaining because it was right there and we played it.
But yeah.
But I guess the second biggest story was Mike in a dog cage throwing balloons. Our bad.
Yeah, we were supposed to get Mike in the dog cage throwing balloons. We did have it for, 26 seconds?
Something like that.
But she wanted a minute. So we fucked her out of 34 seconds. Sorry about that, Gidgy. Again, another apology to Gidgy. Another apology. But yeah. The idea that we've been missing queens, it's true. We really haven't been playing much of queens.
I mean, spending an hour covering the whole Radio Sega stuff, it's crazy. I'm not going to lie. But I can understand why some. I can obviously, if you want to, you can reference Yo Mama point as he said that, like, well, other streamers can literally do that. And a reminder, Rewind has a team, but at the same time, I guess with Rewind, it's just burnt out. They're just tired. Unlike all other shows where they could kind of do what they want, regardless of the names, right? Like Nerd is basically doing more IRL stuff, right? Cafe really taking out the mantle of a Rewind, but also because they have an additional 2 hours, so it helps them, right? Chubby is a nice good morning show and a good way to get into Cafe. Tech Talk does a lot of tech and gaming and all that stuff as well. It's a good show for those who are more in the UK audience, right? In the European audience. Live is live. Balls is just a disc. Like, I think other shows have a certain benefit in what they can do and the capacity of what they can do. But Rewind, I think it's just stuck in its weird place. And it's Billy did say, Billy would say, damn if they do, damn if they don't. And that's perfectly fine. But it's also like, I mean, to be fair, like, they did everything they can to not talk about the whole Beans and Grim situation. And, thinking of what Nightmare said, like, obviously Tess isn't about drama. That doesn't matter. It's Keem. He wants drama. Talk about it, especially within the network. But if that's the case, it kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of what Rewind is. So it really is damn if you do, damn if you don't. And in some regard, you kind of feel bad for Rewind every so often. Not all the time, but let's just move on, though.
You know what? Let me just show you. I'm not even gonna waste my I'm not even gonna waste my fucking time.
I've been missing.
People have been talking about my teeth. I should be able to go and get like the molds done here soon. I need to call the dentist and find out.
Ooh, that's
fun.
fun.
But it's been long enough, so I think they might do it.
Was Keem helping you out with that, or are you getting government assistance or insurance for those?
The insurance should pay for it. They wouldn't pay for temporaries. That's why I've had to go without. But I don't know how long it's going to take because they said like it's going to be like 4 more visits. It's a 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back to the only place that takes my insurance.
Oh, geez.
So,
okay. Yikes. That's gonna be a thing. But that'll be cool. That's a great first step, right? And is that like, what are they going to give you? I don't know how this works. Is that dentures or is that like surgical teeth?
No, I don't think any. Well, I don't know about any other insurances, but mine wouldn't cover those implants. They're like $60,000.
Yikes.
Yeah.
No, I am not guys, I'm not disrespecting Poke Gaga. I harbor nothing but
Shut up, fucking idiot. I'm getting scammed. You and I both know. I don't need a co-host, okay? This isn't my ego talking. I don't need a fucking co-host! The only fucking reason I wanted that little trailer park white trash hussy on this channel was to get her fucking teeth! I wanted to help her get teeth! I wanted to help her get teeth! I'm sorry, I'm talking right now. When I'm talking, you shut up! I wanted to help the little bitch get teeth.
It gets, it's like you sweep the kitchen, Oh, now my lights are dying. It's like you sweep the kitchen, you get all of the pile of all of the dirt up, but you've still got that little bit of leftover dirt, so you sweep it under the refrigerator. That's what happened in this situation, and I'm upset. So I'm going to call Mike in a few minutes, and I'm going to see what Mike can, do, what he can say to Keem. But if I have to keep on dealing with this, either the show moves a time slot or I focus on my main job. I mean, that's it. I'm not going to quit, but I'm definitely not going to be putting the amount of time and work that I am into this because all it's doing is burning me. All it's doing is it's genuinely unhealthy. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
It's genuinely unhealthy. And I mean, I'm already constantly like feeling like shit. I'm always sick, and it's because I don't get any sleep. But like, what do, right? I've got a job, I've got priorities, but I also want to come here and perform the best that I can and do the best that I can for the viewers. So, yeah.
You're gonna have to basically do 2 more hours tonight because of him.
Yes. And nothing will be done about it. It's just gonna be like.
I think in one way I feel bad for Twiggy. I would say that in a lot of ways I do feel bad for him. On the other hand, I also remind myself you're dealing with lolcows, so you're not. You kind of take what you can get. I mean, like Comper is like kind of like the OG lolcow either way, so you take what you can get when you're dealing with the lolcow. Mind you, when you deal with a lolcow, you deal with a lolcow, so you're never going to win no matter how hard you try. On the other end, back to good old Comper. That was very funny. Those 22 minutes were extremely funny. But I do feel bad for Twiggy. I am not gonna lie. I do kind of feel bad for Twiggy. And I think he shouldn't. If he doesn't need to put in the effort, he doesn't need to. Like, let the man free. Let my Twigger free. I gotta be careful how I say that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, God bless.